We are fortunate to have Newt Gingrich with us this morning. Newt, I just want to read part of President Biden's statement that was just released. I'll read it to you. We do not know whether this draft is genuine. It will fall on voters to elect pro-choice officials this November. At the federal level, we will need more pro-choice senators and a pro-choice majority in the House to adopt legislation that codifies Roe, which I will work to pass and sign into law. Newt, to the left, the leaker is no doubt a hero. To me, he or she has betrayed America. What's your reaction?
Well, I think, first of all, they've betrayed their sense of a job. You go to the Supreme Court. I assume this was one of the clerks, because other people would have access to the papers. You go to the court, it's a great honor. You have pledged to be part of a system. So whoever did this, and I think they have brought in the FBI, they're taking it very seriously. I don't think anything quite like this has ever happened in the entire history of the court. And it's very dangerous because it means that the 9 justices can't negotiate, talk things through, try to figure out where they are with any sense of secrecy. And instead, suddenly, you don't know who in the room might be leaking. And you live in an age where, with cell phones, you can tape everything, as we've learned. So this is a very dangerous precedent. But the deeper issue is obvious. Roe versus Wade was decided on really terrible and very weak grounds. It was about viability of the baby. And the fact is that science and medicine have moved so far from Roe versus Wade that all the underlying arguments have been destroyed by scientific advance. So I think inevitably it was going to crumble. And of course, the appointment of the Trump justices, the fact that they were approved, meant that for the first time since the appointment of Earl Warren in the 1950s, for the very first time, you have a solid conservative majority on the court, and it's doing exactly what you would expect. It will be a political issue, I think, not to the advantage of the Democrats. The country's going to worry about inflation. The country's going to worry about gasoline prices, food prices, millions of people crossing the border illegally, rising crime rates. Go down the list. And in fact, in the most recent polls, abortion's down around number 7, 8, or 9 in terms of issues people are going to vote on. This will just divert the Democrats from solving problems.
I read your stuff, Newt, and I believe you're expecting the Republicans to win 70 seats in the House this midterm election. That's huge.
Well, what I said was the range in the House, where Kevin McCarthy is the next speaker, the range will be between 25 and 70. At the high end, it could be 70. If it's anything above 35, given where they are already, they're almost a majority, that would be the largest Republican majority since 1920. So I would say to any Republican out there, if you go out and vote, that kind of a tidal wave probably means a 4 or 5 seat majority in the Senate, and that the combination of the two gives them the chance to, I think, force Biden over and over again to choose between the American people and the radical left wing of his party.
It's fascinating. Newt, I'm really glad that we had you on the program today, the perfect person to address this, and we do appreciate it, sir. Thanks a lot. See you again soon.